If you clicked on this video, you're either a Disney adult, you know a Disney adult, or you can't look away from the train wreck that is Disney adults. Ready for the roller coaster? Welcome to my channel. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog, and it's time to address a pretty divisive topic that you may have heard of, and might even have a strong opinion about: Disney adults. According to the internet, they're self-absorbed, indulgent grown-ups who are obsessive about Disney, which is weird, and refuse to face reality, which is just sad, choosing instead to keep throwing their money at a corporate entity that caters to children. Anyway, I wrote a book about all of this, and you can buy it right now if you so desire. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, Books A Million, Waterstones, wherever. And I'd be honored if you would buy it because I spent a bajillion hours on it, and I think it's fascinating. But in the meantime, here's a little preview for you. Who are Disney adults? Why does everyone hate us? And one of my favorite parts of this whole thing, does Disney even know we're here? So I've been doing a lot of press for the book the last few months, and this is always the first question from every interviewer. What is a Disney adult? Now, if you Google this, you're going to get some hilariously offensive Urban Dictionary definitions and some super visceral article headlines. But nobody's really defined the subculture. While everyone seems to have an opinion about this subculture, they're actually much more diverse than the viral Reddit threads would lead you to believe. While some Disney adults are more outspoken, crying for the camera when they see Cinderella Castle, wearing Disney-inspired tees on the daily, and decorating their houses solely with Mickey Mouse Jim Shore figurines and 50 pairs of Mickey ears tacked to the wall, others might be a little more closeted. There are a lot of us, and we're not all social media influencers. But in my research, I settled on this broad definition for Disney adults. These are people who are intentional about interfacing with Disney products and experiences. They willingly choose Disney regularly. See? Easy. Disney adults don't have to be millennials. They don't have to be childless. They don't even have to like Disney movies or theme parks. There are Disney adults who align toward merchandise, those who love the music, those who focus more on Disney history. And yes, there are Disney adults like me who are obsessed with Disney World, but we're all different and we all fit the definition. So if we're all different, how do you know if you're looking at a Disney adult? So many of us won't cop to the moniker. Some Disney adults show their true colors outwardly. They've decorated their cube at work with their Disney Parks calendar and a bunch of PhotoPass photos from their recent rides on Tower of Terror. Maybe they have their Disney tree at Christmas. But like I mentioned before, Disney adults can be cloaked, y'all, afraid to be marked as someone who's obsessed. Or maybe they're fine with the obsessed title, they just don't want it to be their only defining personality trait when they're at work, or dropping the kids off at school, or going out with friends on a Friday night. As with any fandom or hobby or passion, the hobby's job is to add extra color and brightness, maybe definition, motivation, or inspiration if you're lucky, to the complex and evolving masterpiece that is you, right? My favorite chapter of the book is chapter 3, where I tell the true stories of a bunch of Disney adults who are so utterly different from one another. Epically so. Lady Chappelle is a tattoo artist who solely specializes in Disney designs. Julia tragically lost her leg in a freak car accident, but fitted herself with a blade and ran a Run Disney race anyway. Jared and Lindsay had made it to the pinnacle of performing on Broadway in New York City, but moved to Orlando and got jobs at Disney World and don't regret it for a second. I was able to collect a lot of unique Disney adult stories while writing this chapter, and I know that a lot of you sent me your stories as well, and I read every single one, and I used them as inspiration and guiding research as I wrote the book. And you know what I figured out? Disney adults look a lot like other humans. Believe it or not. No, really, we do. We're seeking something that makes us feel safe and secure and accomplished and happy, just like everybody else. Why does everyone hate Disney adults? Okay, so Disney adults have been around since Walt Disney created the first Mickey Mouse watch in the 1930s, which was marketed to men, women, girls, and boys. But it was during the 2020 COVID pandemic that things really ramped up for this group. When everyone was stuck at home and angry at the world, people went online and the internet became a receptacle for all of that anger. The Disney adult community, just beginning to emerge en masse via TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, was an easy target. But why? It can't just be because we're cringe, right? I mean, sure, we'll wait for over 6 hours for the latest limited edition Figment popcorn bucket. We'll cry and weirdly film it while watching a fireworks show we've literally seen 20 times. And we'll complain about there being too many strollers at literal Disneyland. Okay, I see your point. But there are other hobbies out there that have annoying and indulgent extremes too. People wait for hours in online waiting rooms to buy tour tickets for their favorite band, which, to be fair, costs a lot more than that popcorn bucket did. They spend thousands of dollars on season tickets for their favorite sports team. They get tattoos of their pets, and they buff their sports cars with diapers. Maybe that was just something I saw in an 80s movie and doesn't really happen, but the tattoos of pets thing, that's for real. Now that's kind of cringe, right? So why is that all socially acceptable, but being a Disney adult isn't? Good question. And I know you're all going to the comments right now to tell me that getting tattoos of your pets is totally fine. And it is. Anyway, I cover a lot of reasons in the book, but today, here are just a couple of the answers to why other hobbies are okay, but this one, for so many critics, isn't. First and foremost, Disney's for kids. And if you like Disney as an adult, then what's wrong with you? There is absolutely an element of Disney adulthood that is glorifying childlike wonder. But can that nostalgia end up bordering on childishness? For many who haven't had positive experiences in Disney theme parks or watching Disney movies, obsessing over a theme park with rides for babies is just plain weird. There's so much to unpack here because, yeah, man, it sounds super weird. But what's always been true about what Walt Disney created, from Steamboat Willie to Snow White to Disneyland, is that, in Walt Disney's own words, you're dead if you aim only for kids. Adults are only kids grown up anyway. He was a shrewd businessman. He knew who held the wallets, and it wasn't the kids. Vacationing at a theme park isn't weird. Nobody bats an eye if I go to Universal Studios or Six Flags. So the problem is perception here. Disney's stereotype, which is easily disputed with facts about thrill rides and adults-only restaurants and lounges and drinking around the world. Disney literally owns American Horror Story. But my book isn't a defense of Disney adults, so we approach this whole thing a little differently in chapter 4, and I can't wait for you to read it. And then second, this is why I'm so glad I got the chance to write this book, because this is important. Disney and Disney adults are connected to other hot-button issues. Prejudices you wouldn't even associate with Disney consciously are absolutely affecting your perception of Disney adults, because Disney's goal is to reflect their audience through their storylines, and they end up tapping into a list of topics that you don't want to bring up with Uncle Phil and Aunt Susan during Thanksgiving dinner. From politics to race relations, socioeconomics to gender roles, etc. The stereotypes around Disney adults tend to open doors for more serious bouts of online discourse. And while it's highly unlikely that someone's Disney obsession originated from one of these more divisive standpoints, for some, the fandom goes hand in hand with where the company stands on other matters beyond faith, trust, and pixie dust. So a Disney adult for some might be more of a political lightning rod rather than just another human being trying to find their happy place. Now, I'm not here to change your mind about Disney adults. Really, I'm not. But there's something that no matter where you land on the subject, you've got to agree with. The Disney adult community is huge and getting way huger. This group has created their own subculture complete with social taboos and mores. They run clothing companies catering to their fellow Disney fans. They hold fundraisers for causes dear to the hearts of the community. And they run so many TikTok channels. They've even created niche communities and events like Dapper Days, Gay Days, Drinking Around the World in Epcot. Speaking of, just to make this point extremely topical, throughout the month of August, lots of restaurants in Disney World are coming together to celebrate my new book with me with a Disney adults themed snack crawl. So these restaurants have actually created specific snacks and drinks exclusively to celebrate this book's release, which you can check out too if you're coming here in August by clicking on the link in this video's description for our crawl map, which is disneyfoodblog.com/crawl map. And you can see who's got specialty food items for the month of August to celebrate the Disney Adults book. Now, as I was saying, the Disney adult community is mighty. It is impressive. And thanks to social media, as well as a cadre of surveys, Disney actually does listen to its fans. Yeah, they know we're here. They listen to us. They listen to the Disney adults who are constantly rooting for them and giving them that oh so important constructive criticism. And you know why? Because we're giving them a bunch of money. And if you want proof that Disney listens and changes course accordingly, well, there are plenty of examples about that in the book. The Disney adult community is loud and diverse and passionate, and as someone who runs my own brand, that sounds amazing. To have a dedicated fandom as invested as Disney adults are in the Walt Disney Company seems like a dream, and I hope that Disney thinks so too. So yep, I am a Disney adult. I've made memories with my family across multiple Disney vacations. I've got a closet full of Disney souvenirs. I know Disney menus like the back of my hand. And yep, I've also had to battle my own Disney demons to pull myself out of some obsessive phases in my life that bordered on addiction. Again, it's all in the book. And I can say with dozens of years of experience behind me as part of this community, the stereotypes are there for a reason. But there's so much more below the surface that you've never, ever thought about. So I hope you, whether you're a Disney adult or just someone who's fascinated with the train wreck that is Disney adults, love this book as much as I loved writing it and take away the most important thing. We're more alike than we are different. So a quick thank you to this incredible DFB Guide YouTube audience, because this book would not have been possible without my fellow Disney adults who've encouraged me and supported me and sent me those amazing and encouraging emails and eaten copious amounts of plastic cheese and sent me pictures of it. I appreciate every single one. So thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.